remember I told y'all that years ago, Father Aber found out that the Schexnayr family from the German coast of Louisiana is where my great-grandmother came from.
German.
And she married my great-grandfather, Francois. His mother was, we found out Tunica Biloxi was, we found out Tunica Biloxi, Native American from Marksville or whatever. And we've heard back from them.
The BIA.
And I had somebody tell me that somebody said they called and they don't have a barber desk for dew hunt. Stupid, they wouldn't have me on it. You would have to go to the ancestor that came from it.
What?
And then go from there.
What?
Found out I was part Jibwa. I also have Ottawa in me, and we call it Micmac. They call it Mi'kmaq. I have to go to the ancestor that came from it.
From the Tunica.
And then go from there.
So, Francois' mom.
Found out I was part Jibwa. I also have Ottawa in me, and we call it Micmac. They call it Mi'kmaq up there. Different dialects.
That is insulting. Any tribal member knows. You say it appropriately, because to say it inappropriately is not a dialectical difference. It is disrespectful.
Actually, I have 3 people from the Mi'kmaq tribe that I'm descended from.
3.
And I was talking to Indian Affairs, and they couldn't hardly hear me because my phone kept cutting out. But they did email me. And they asked for my code, and I gave them the code word and the code number, and then they wrote me back. Said, okay, you verified yourself. What questions do you need to ask? So I asked them.
Ma'am?
So they researched it.
It's not the FBI.
And yes, I am 52% Native American. And I'm wondering, how, and I asked, how did I get 52%? And when they wrote back, finally got it this morning, they said,
they called.
You are of more than 4 tribal nations, no matter if they're federal or not.
You're actually
you will have
7.
A percentage breakup. And it's, if you've got 3 of your ancestral lines gone into the Mi'kmaq, that's probably where the extra 2% came from.
That's not how genealogy works.
She said, you're saying this and this and this. This is coming from where? I said Ancestry.com. And she had me call her. So I called her and I spoke to her a little bit.
She called you,
and
you said.
It is all sealed.
Sealed?
Because there have been so many people calling. She says, we've documented all the calls every time. And the phone numbers that's calling in are either burner phones or fake phone calls, whatever. We try to call it back and it's disconnected.
Ma'am, that's not how BIA works. I've worked with the BIA. That is not how the agency works.
Somebody is trying to really bring you down. I said, I don't care. I want to see, if my genealogy is true. She said, I'll tell you what. She says, what if I send you a free package to redo your DNA? I said, I've got cancer. I'm taking I've got radiation in me. She says, oh, that does do.
No, it doesn't.
She said, it may be a little harder, but we'll compare it to the DNA we have on file for you now.
Ma'am.
She said, it may change a little bit.
The BIA does not hold your DNA records. Oh my God, a simple search of the BIA website will show you how to appropriately find your lineage. They don't do it. It must come from each tribe. Each tribe has a methodology. And then the tribe sends that to the BIA. The BIA does not have conversations like this. They don't, oh my God. Do you realize people work in the medical field? People have worked with chemo and radiation with patients. Do you understand? We have gone to university and studied health sciences. And do you understand that people have actual native Aboriginal DNA, have DKIP cards, have records, proudly show their cards. Their card is a form of identification. They don't lock them up. And the BIA does not do anything. They are an overseer for the tribes. Tribes do it. That's why each tribe has a different percentage qualifier. Who are the three Mi'kmaq people you have? Who is the Ottawa? I would like to know that. Who is the Ojibwa? Were you from Minnesota? Were you from Pennsylvania? Were you from Canada? Who married who? Miss Genealogy, please let us know this. But no, your DNA is not corrupted by small amounts of radiation, which is what your kidney took. It was a procedure, not a surgery. Procedures and surgeries are different. And you were not put to sleep. You were sedated. We use Versed and morphine. You may feel like you're asleep. You're not. You're actually awake and talking. It is called conscious sedation, and we use it a lot. People just don't remember that they were awake. It's kind of spooky. And people talk. People talk. It's almost like a truth serum. People say all kinds of things. I have heard people talk about mistresses. I have heard people talk about prostitutes they visited. And they don't remember when they wake up. Because it's called twilight anesthesia. They have their eyes wide open. They're being treated by radiation, by whatever, fluoroscopy. They're having themselves cut open, but they are awake. Small incisions, small. Ma'am, it did not alter your DNA. You're not. Why do these people like Shani and Barbara and all of them think they're smarter than people who went to school for this? The funniest part is there are doctors and nurses, there are medics out there. There are techs, scribes, you name it, who have gone to university, who have taken anatomy, micro, physio, who have worked in the field, who understand procedures she has had, diseases she has claimed, and they are native. It's mind-blowing.